Hi, I'm Jim Kleinpeter with NOLA.com. I'm here with NFL scout and analyst Chris Landry, and we're talking the New Orleans Saints draft. The Saints have the number 12 pick in the first round, and they have a lot of needs, and some of those needs are multiple needs on the defensive line. They signed Nick Fairley, which probably helps them a little bit. He signed to a one-year deal, so they still need to address the line. They need to address probably linebacker and offensive guard with the cutting of Jari Evans. But Chris, first round pick, who do you see, and what could the Saints do?
Well, the first thing that I always preach is that on the first round, there's greater separation on your draft board in the first round than later. So it's important to get a quality player, and you'd like for it to be at a position of need. As long as they're in the same grade plateau, you can take the position of need. But if there's a run on guys, you don't want to reach for a guy. Now, I think there's going to be value at 12 for a defensive lineman, and I think more likely defensive tackle than defensive end, but it is possible that a defensive end could be there. If they got similar grades on both end and tackle, probably go in first because there's greater depth at tackle. But I think a guy like Sheldon Rankins of Louisville is a guy that's a penetrating three technique, which will play Nick Fairley's position. Nick Fairley's on his third team for a reason. He's in a contract year, but can you count on him? You need to have four good defensive tackles. The Saints do not have that. They don't have two, consistent guys. So that would make some sense. Certainly a guy like Shaq Lawson as a defensive end, that would make some sense. I think a guy like A'Shawn Robinson doesn't provide the pass rush that will excite fans, but in order to improve your pass rush, you've got to have guys that can clog the middle, and he can play a 0, 3, or 5 technique. So I think there'll be good value there, and I'm a believer you build a defense from the front back. So while their need at corner is big as well, I think you build certainly early with the defensive lineman if your board can allow you to do that with grades.